नमस्तेऽस्तु भगवन् विश्वेश्वराय महादेवाय.
Sun God said, the Brahmana who does not accept dan but does penance is the best person. So those Vedic scholars went in search of such a Brahmana in all four directions. At last, at one place they saw sage Bhargava, who was doing penance with his hands raised up, standing with one leg unfolding the other one. They came around him and prayed to him and stood before him. Sage Bhargava opened his eyes once sun set in the west. He completed Deva Pitru Darpan. He folded his hands and prayed and did puja as per Shastra to the Vedic scholars who were standing before him. He offered them flowers, fruits, tuber roots and leaves to eat and made them happy. At that time, the Vedic scholars explained to him the way their king was not giving dan to them. On hearing that, Sage Bhargava thought within himself, with the penance I did so far or with the money I have, I will relieve these Vedic scholars from their sufferings. To relieve one's sufferings is even better than doing penance. If we protect the one who fears, then that will give the benefits of doing all dan. To be with mercy is the best character. I will go to the world where the current king's father is. He started with a strong mind. Owing to the penance Sage Bhargava did, Sun God went in front of him in the form of a gentle Vedic scholar and led him. They would have gone 880 miles. They went in the most difficult path where there was no water and tree shades. It had extreme climates. The path was very difficult. Even Devas and Danavas will not be able to bear it. They crossed such a path. Sun went in front, seeing the 28 Narakalokas and the people suffering in it. Sage followed him. On hearing to the cries of the people undergoing the sufferings at Naraka, they crossed that place. At that time, a Vedic scholar, holding a big pole in his hand, looked at Sage Bhargava and stopped him, saying, "You should give me back what I gave you earlier. Only then you can leave this place." Bhargava looked at him and asked, "What you gave me and when did you give?" For that Vedic scholar replied, "In the previous birth I said you were Purana. After hearing that you went away. I asked you, you didn't give me anything. For that you said, you will go home and get me something. After that I didn't see you at all." On hearing that, Bhargava replied in surprise, "Probably I would have said that, but I would not have done anything. But that happened on earth. We will go there and settle that. Now I don't have anything in my hand." For that Vedic scholar looked at Bhargava and said, "You tell me you are giving half of your punya." Bhargava said, "I cannot give half of my punya to you." Sun God, who was in the form of a Vedic scholar, was hearing to what both of them were talking. He said good words and consoled both of them. "It is truth that Vedic scholar said Purana, and you heard that with your ears, and you said you will give something to him. For that sake, you need not give half of the benefit of the dharma you did. You can give 1/6." Both of them accepted to it. Bhargava gave 1/6 of his punya. That Vedic scholar got that and went off. Again Bhargava followed Sun God. One Yadava stopped him. "In the previous birth, I grazed your cows. You said you will give me 8 coins, but you went off without giving me as per accounts. Now you give that and then go," he said. For that Bhargava thought, "Oh, even that small amount I made it become a debt. How did I do this?" Bhargava, worried, gave 1/6 of his punya as Sun God said and left from there. At that time, a weaver stopped him. "You purchased clothes from me and you have balance to settle. Give that and go," he said. Just like earlier, both of them argued on it. As Sun God said, he gave the remaining punya to him. He lost his Brahma Tejas as he lost his full punya. He didn't have the energy to go beyond. He started from the earth to find out where the king is. Sun God caught his hand and took him to that place.